coming in right now, so don't start it. Well, someone pull the trigger. Wait, I'm taking another gather. All right, dumping it in. Woo! We're dumping it into a mold, you guys, a super tasty mold. I'm gonna hand this off, and Matt, drip that right back in the furnace. This is a really sweet, handmade, we made it right here in the shop, kind of a diamond pyramid mold. And that thing is gonna look sweet when we pop it out. So give yourselves a little bit, check out the reel, and come on. We're on to a reel, right? We don't have any reel? Oh, so we're doing the show, we're not doing the reel? Well then, I guess just wait until this cools off and we'll dump it over and you guys can check it out. It's gonna be sweet. We kind of don't really know what's going on, but it's the best day ever, guys, because we're doing the Gathering Point show. This is the only camera in the house right now. That's news again. Super cool. Just got a few more minutes. We don't want to dump it out of there too soon, you guys, because it'll completely slump and be misformed, and we don't want it to be slumped and misformed, but it's a pretty cool thing. We're gonna find out what the final shape is when I dump it over.
Think we got time to make something real quick before we dump it out?
Nope.
No?
Absolutely not.
So give me a little bit of backstory on this guy then, because I think we were talking earlier about it, and...
This is just a particular mold that we made just for an experimental mold. It's pretty cool, and you do a lot of different molds for a lot of different things, you guys. It's for different architectural projects, and this one here is a really cool 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided kind of a diamond pattern, and it's a pretty cool process to have something like this go down. So we're gonna dump it over now.
Look at those crisp lines on there.
That is pretty sweet looking. We'll probably stick that in there if we get a wood paddle. We'll put her inside the annealing oven, why not?
And there's a lot of swirls going on in there, Chris. What color did you use?
Well, I used a partially melted recycle tank, so there's going to be some interesting color swirls going on. It didn't melt all the way down. Normally when the recycle tank is melted overnight at about 2,300 degrees, you guys, it'll burn everything away but the cobalt oxide. And that is when we get that beautiful recycled glass that we use for our production line. What annealing oven we going into today, you guys? Number 3 over there, beautiful. Onto the paddle, we keep it moving, and now we're going into the oven. All right. All right, so that got into the oven, and that thing looked pretty sweet, you know, and it's like you want to make sure that you let those pieces solidify, cool down enough that they aren't moving when you put them in the annealing oven, and it's totally different than when we're blowing glass. When we're blowing glass, you guys, it's thinner, it's hollow, and it cools a lot quicker. That piece takes a long time. We could probably look in there in about 10 minutes and it'll still be glowing in the core. All right. Yeah, I think now we could probably get crazy with the warmer upper. And it is goblet night tonight, you guys, but we're not making just any ordinary goblets. We're making drinkware that is harvest season pumpkin, because we're in Pumpkin Town right now. We're making harvest season pumpkin style drinkware. Yep, so we're gonna get gathering up some glass right now. Don't quench that, just put it away. You never quench those balls. So I'm making a pumpkin mug, a beautiful harvest season mug that is gonna have some pumpkin style to it. It's really sweet looking. We're gonna put some leaves all over it. Oliver, we've made these before with leaves on the bottom and going up the sides.
Yep.
With a beautiful pumpkin stem, twisted handle.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm just adding the color here, guys, and this is the orange color, and you all probably know this, but if you're new to the show or new to glass blowing, oranges look brown when they're hot, and they don't look bright orange. If Sam, show them the colors here, they can see those colors. You can go right down in on them. Those are all the true oranges you can see that we're using tonight on all of our pieces. Different ones for different pieces, but once you pick them up and you start heating them up, they don't look orange. This only really looks orange because it's 2,000 degrees right now. But we're gonna be changing that up. I'm cooling it down quickly, but I'm just shaping it, preparing it to go into a mold to give myself those ridges that look so good, like a pumpkin. Blew some air into the pipe and capped it with my thumb, and the moisture from my breath expanded and blew the glass out. So, getting it ready for the big mold here to get those ridges on there. Then I'm gonna start puffing it out, and I'll have Matt over here. I got Matt and Oliver with me, all ready to go, getting crazy.
We're ready.
Yes. But Matt's gonna be blowing in the end of the blowpipe after I come out of the mold. That expands it up so that I can get the true shape of the glass that I want.
All day today.
You were puffing them out?
Oh yeah.
There's some nice ridges right there. I kind of came upon this idea lately since we just got done with the whole 7-week run of the Renaissance Festival, guys. And my thought was, does the pumpkin harvest mug need to look like a pumpkin? No, it can just be pumpkin colored and have pumpkin leaves all over it.
Does it gotta look like a pumpkin at all?
I don't know. But we might make some tonight that don't. They're just gonna look kind of like the ridges and stuff, but they might not have the exact pumpkin shape. Blow. Keep going. Good. All right, so we puffed that thing out, and it's kind of looking like a pumpkin, but I'm going to be dropping it out to get it more of a vessel, more of something that could hold some cider. Not warm cider, though. You remember, none of the hot liquids can go inside our soda lime glass, guys. Soda lime glass is just very sensitive to extreme heat, and if you did pour some hot coffee or hot cider in there, you'd be bumming. And we'd be bumming because you'd be blowing up one of our favorite pieces. And we don't want that to happen. All right. Now, call to action. Matt.
Yes.
I'm gonna need a bit. I'm gonna take a transparent orange Maurice, and then you can gather over that, and I'll probably take a couple leaves off of that. You've done these with me before, haven't you? All right, sweet. So that's that brown I was telling you guys about. Check it out. No orange there really at all. It's just brown, but that is bright pumpkin orange. the way we like it for harvest season. Well, I've got about maybe 4 minutes worth of time here in front of the glory hole, and I'm already getting drenched because it's a hot one in here today.
I thought it was going to be a cold one today.
I heard on the news today that it was going up to 90 today. Well, what did you get me? The emerald green?
It said transparent orange.
Well, go ahead and just put I'll put saffron on there. Why not? You're changing the design, and I like it. He's like, I'm gonna give him that something, a little something, something.
Well, I heard a transparent orange Maurice, and then gather green over that.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Well, that's gonna be perfect. Whatever that is right there is what I want, and I love it. Ah, right. Let's go. Everything's hot in here tonight, you guys. The tools, my forehead.
So maybe you could talk a little bit. When we're doing pumpkins, we gotta do it in like a minimum number of reheats. We don't want to lose the ridges.
That's the biggest thing about all glass blowing when you're doing optics. You gotta make sure that you don't overwork the piece, because if you overwork the piece, it's completely noticeable. And the objective of blowing glass in the fashion that we do, which is pretty much the fashion that most do, is you want to work it very, very efficiently, quick, in and out. The less you manhandle it, the less you reheat it, the better. So you want minimal heats. I'm looking for the leaf crimp, guys, because that's one of my favorite tools. I remember back in the day in the early 90s, I went to Italy and I was over there working on the island of Murano, one more coat. And I went to Dino Tedeschi's, who is the world famous tool maker, the Dino Jacks. And I went to his place and hung out with him, and we had dinner. And he told me, he actually took them out of his pocket at dinner. He had them in his back pocket. And he said, you need a pair of these. And I said, what do I need these for? I never made a leaf before in my life. And he was like, because you need them. You won't regret it. Hold it. So I have a original. Okay, let's try to get that in control. I have an original Dino Tedeschi pair of leaf crimps. And it's not these, guys, because I keep them in my private stash back in my office.
Only break them out for extremely special occasions.
I mean, who knows nowadays? I just use the regular Jim Moore one. Jim Moore is a tool maker. He's out in the west coast of the United States. Okay, go ahead and get that hot. And he makes tools just like Dino did, but he uses Dino's model tools to do it, because he doesn't have the same steel, but his tools are really good. He does a great job. Jim Moore, he's awesome. There's a few other, probably like 2 or 3 other tool makers out there, but not too many.
Ready for this?
I'm ready, sir.
Alrighty, let's get it.
Steady as she goes. We'll get one more off of that. So I'm splitting this into thirds, you guys. Boom. Little extra
Little snippage on the edge.
crimpage. There's crimpage kind of sounds like cribbage.
Cribbage.
And
Isn't that
is
a
that
game?
something, or is that from Harry Potter?
I think cribbage is a
Cribbage?
game.
Is it a real game?
Quidditch.
No,
Well, I'm
cribbage.
talking about cribbage.
Cribbage is real, but it's not from Harry Potter.
Oh, I thought it had something to do with like all the little kids playing in their crib. Cribbage.
Cribbage.
You know? Man, let's go play some cribbage.
I feel like that's something you play with dominoes.
Right. Steady as she goes. What a nice steady hand. Thank you, sir. So we're going to do another set. All right, I got 3 nice ones on there, guys. We made a pretty decent amount of these out at the Renaissance Festival, and they never stuck around. They were gone like that. And I make a few different kinds. I make the kind with just 3 leaves only on the bottom, and then I do the kind with 6 leaves, and this is the kind with 6 leaves. So that's pretty big, so you're gonna wanna get one more coat on it, marver the back end of it on the pipe just to chill it, and then marver it to a point right now, slightly to a point, a little bit pointier, and then just heat up that, you see, yeah, there you go. Just heat up kind of the tip of it, not too hot, because I gotta get inside the, in between those 2 leaves, see it?
Yeah.
The other thing, you guys, is the heat of the glass. This orange is super stiff, and the orange will crack. It'll crack real fast compared to the green, so I gotta make sure I'm always heating it up. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Joey says hello to everybody from the chat.
What up, Joey?
Man.
Joey Walker.
All right. It's got it nice and hot. I don't think you even need to marver it because we like them creamy and hot. And if you over marver something, and sometimes I say these things just for these guys so they know you, but I'm telling you guys on camera too. You don't want to over marver the piece, because if you do, you're just losing all that precious heat. Very nice.
So are these next 3 leaves like they're the feet?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
You've seen these before, haven't you, Oliver?
I've seen these before. I haven't done a 6 leaf with you. I've done a 3 leaf with you.
And of course, Matt's bringing the perfect amount of glass for 3 leaves, which I love. They're all the same consistency of heat and like, what'd you call it? Like malleability. That's a pretty nice word that we don't use very often in the glass shop.
Malleability.
I
can't say
Oliver,
that.
you
Malleability.
want those things malleable,
That's
right? If it's not malleable, there's gonna be hell to pay.
I don't know what I would do if I heard you say that for real in the hot shop one day.
You want a counterweight for the punny?
Yeah, probably counterweight that.
Oh, yeah.
So they're looking pretty good. The other thing, you know what, I've done these before where I haven't even put a handle on them. I think that it's great. You put a candle in them, a tea candle, and they sit in the middle of your table during your harvest dinner, one on either side of the table. They just flicker and glow and look ridiculous, you guys. So if anybody out there thought they wanted to have a set of crazy harvest season tea lamps for their table to put on either side of their turkey or their little piglet with like an apple in its mouth, you could use these.
Sounds real good.
I mean, I actually have seen and actually eaten off of a baby piglet.
I have not done that.
What'd you say? What's the matter with her? Oh. Well, she's sick, but that's okay, Robin. What's up? We hope you're feeling better soon. We all get sick. Not a big deal. You just got to make sure that you get a lot of sleep, take your vitamin C, and do your aerobics. Right? So the last thing I'm going to do before we get punny this, but I'm going to go ahead and let Matt, go ahead, Matt. I'm going to pull the trigger for you to go.
All right,
Do it.
let's get it.
I want to get these things even so that it doesn't sit crooked. It's the worst when you make a piece and you set it down and it sits crooked.
So what's the trick to this? Because when you're just flattening it like that, I know you're rotating, but it's so easy to do it at a little bit of an angle.
Well, I spin it just right amount that I feel the heat on each one of my big toes.
And that's how you know it's even?
And then when the heat is ready to like pop the end of my toe, literally, I spin it a little more and then I wait for that heat to come back and it works perfectly. I mean, there's a lot of applications, you guys, that I use both of my big toes for the technique. I'll try to think about some of those right now to tell you. One of them would be
Stair finder?
digging in the sand when you're laying on your belly at the beach. I've done it. I mean, I can dig a hole pretty dang quick with my two big toes. Has anybody else done that?
My toes are mostly used for stair finders.
For like walking?
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting. What is a stair finder?
Well, it's usually followed by just a whole lot of yelling.
Ah. I had a friend in college that was riding her big wheel and had her big toe come completely off and they never put it back on. And every time we would be hanging out together, she would just like all of a sudden be laying on the ground. And I'd be like, what happened? And she's like, I fell over. It's because my big toe.
The big toes are really important for your
And
balance.
I don't know, I never could really tie my big toe up like away from where it's supposed to be enough to like see if I would really fall. But
They're important.
I mean, I know they are important. It's like your thumb. Could you imagine?
We couldn't
I don't
do
think
all
you
this
could blow
without a
glass
thumb.
without a thumb.
Oh man, it'd be tough. How about a green lip wrap?
Yeah.
We had Bill McMurtry, a great friend of ours, lamp worker extraordinaire. He used to teach classes here for a long time. He teaches now down in Wyandotte, but he's an amazing guy, good friend of mine. He had his 4 fingers cut off at the knuckle, and he could still blow glass, and did a great job. I mean, it was pretty good.
Hey, Oliver, do you want to know the question for the giveaway for this week?
Yeah, what's the question for the giveaway this week?
So the question is, what feature should we add to our... Did we change the board, Michelle? That's last week's question. Michelle, what's our giveaway question for this week?
Hell.
There we go. So our giveaway question, Oliver, just
Oh
kidding,
yeah.
is when we're going
It's
to the
looking mighty
pumpkin patch,
fine.
what traits do you consider to be a good carving pumpkin? Tall, wide, long stem, no stem? What's your favorite type of pumpkin to carve?
I
Ready for ya.
personally, it's got to be one of those short, chubby stems.
Okay.
Like, maybe a little bit enough length so I can just actually grab it by the stem.
Right.
Nice and creamy.
And then other than that, I want, like, the roundest pumpkin I can find.
For me, it depends on what I'm planning to do with it. If I am not carving them, I'll get an assortment. If I'm carving them, I kind of like to figure out what I'm carving first and see what's going to fit it best. So I'm kind of a little more picky about it.
I don't think I've ever carved a pumpkin and, like, had a deliberate plan going in.
Oh. See, I'm the kind of person where I've printed up a stencil and pinholed it on the pumpkin and everything.
Yes, you are, Beth.
Does that surprise you?
Did anyone ever buy a techno micro pumpkin carving set of knives?
I did.
Me too.
Matt said
The
he
real
did, okay.
long, thin ones with the sharp blades. You're like getting crazy.
I had something like that, but I think mine were always, like, short and had the little orange plastic handles.
Yours were the ones that came in the kit that you couldn't cut yourself with.
There was a lot of that for me in my
Don't
household.
give Oliver anything sharp. At dinner, did they have a cork stuck on the end of your fork?
Yeah.
Just so that you couldn't
Until
hurt
I was
yourself?
17.
We had a pretty controversial discussion out at the Renaissance Festival with like 100 people in the audience about whether the glass is truly buttery or if it's creamy.
It's
And,
creamy.
I mean, is it creamy or is it buttery?
It's creamy.
I don't know,
I was
dude. I
wondering
think
what
it's
you're
pretty
gonna follow
buttery.
that up with, but
I
you
think
think it's buttery, Matt?
That's buttery, dude.
That's
what do
crazy
you mean?
that you bring
Look
that.
That's
at
right,
you think
man.
that.
That's right. Buttery.
You're for buttery too?
Look how buttery it is.
This stuff's about as buttery as it gets right now. Beautiful. Ooh, look at that. Let's get a close-up of her, but just from far away. So now we're going to Handalone Town. So Matt, you want to take this and I'll set the handle up?
Yeah.
Keep her hot, kind of quick in and out so you get the leaves hot, but don't overheat the lip. So you kind of go away from the furnace and go all the way in, get the leaves and come on back out. And spin real slow, otherwise those leaves will want to straighten out. I'm putting gold on this, guys, because a lot of our pumpkin stems are gold. I actually like leaving it a little bit texturous so that handle's got a little bit of tooth. Just like that one tooth you leave in the mouth of the pumpkin's mouth when you carve it. Right? You know what I'm talking about, Matt.
I know what you're talking about.
You can come on out. Spinning good. Make sure she's on center. It's a little hot. Trade you?
Man, this month is
Go ahead and heat that up.
packed. Packed.
This weekend.
It's our, I do know. Give me 1 second. I do know.
Remember how
Ann
to do these, right?
Arbor
Check them
Pumpkin
way out and
Festival.
up.
Yep.
Right?
Festival
We're
this
breaking the
weekend.
mobile unit out again. I'm
All right.
I'm really excited to use the
You
mobile
guys want
unit
to get
again.
in on this a little closer, people will be able to see what's happening with this handle.
Pammy says pumpkin carving wasn't really
All right,
a big
let's do
thing
it.
here in Australia when she was growing up. She said it's becoming more popular now, but nothing like
Steady,
in the U.S.
stay, twist. Lift up and twist. Keep going. Woo, it's falling, baby, it's falling.
Beautiful handle.
Slick.
That's a beautiful stem.
Yeah.
That's buttery.
You're gonna have to repeat that comment for me, Des. I did not hear you
Yeah,
totally.
absolutely. So remember we were talking about pumpkin carving, and
Yeah.
Pammy says pumpkin carving wasn't really a big thing in Australia when she was growing up because they didn't really celebrate Halloween, which I didn't know. She
Was
said
that
it's
because-
becoming more
Sad.
popular there
Because pumpkins don't grow in Australia? Is that what she says?
because they don't really celebrate Halloween growing up in Australia.
Well, they
It's scary
should.
down under.
It's just scary all the time, not just Halloween.
Yeah, have you seen the spiders down there?
I have a
Yeah.
lot
I
of
have
respect
seen
for.
spiders.
Have you seen the kangaroos, how ruthless they are?
All right,
Would you
how
want
about
to
a
fight
GA?
a
Kangaroo will
kangaroo?
knock you out.
I haven't seen the Australian kangaroos like in a documentary, but I did see Kangaroo Jack, and that was enough.
I mean, how many animals do you run into in Yellowstone Park that'll punch you in the nose?
That's
You know?
mostly
ser-
mostly
serious
just the other
business.
people at Yellowstone.
Yeah, some other animal. A human animal.
I don't know. I got a lot of respect for the Australians, but the whole
Animals are crazy.
wildlife thing just scares the heck out of me, man.
They've got a lot going on.
They got a lot of land for a lot of wildlife.
This is true.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like Australians are kind of like Canadians. They're just all really nice. They're cool people. Look at that, you guys. So we're going to bring out a little reduction in that fancy handle. Then we're going to put this puppy away. But that is the first, maybe the first live show. Go for it. The first Gathering Point live show pumpkin mug for this year.
Chris, will you pause in front of this clock and I'll get another zoom in
Yeah,
on that and
let's
then
do it.
and do the knockoff?
No more flashing, so let's do it.
Give me one good rotate. Perfect. Get that puppy home.
Very nice.
I can't help but be reminded, we were talking about A Nightmare Before Christmas earlier, Chris.
Oliver
And you
Cameron.
remember the 3 kids that travel around in that walking bathtub?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
as
do
soon as
that.
we get this put away, let's do that.
As soon as they get that put away, we are going to go take a look at the table.
Right by the
Took a little longer than we thought. Sorry, guys.
Got the door?
We've got a nice
Yeah.
assortment of
All
pumpkins.
right. You can put
Matt's
that on the
speed
bottom shelf
walking.
on the
A lot of
fiber
one and
board.
dones.
All right.
And home safe.
Into the annealing oven, guys. The annealing oven is where the glass cools down to room temperature over about, here we do it about 18 to 20 hours. We got multiple annealers, so we don't have to worry about it being empty in the morning. But let's go over to the table, the feature table. You guys know about our feature table. If you don't, this is it.
Michelle coming in.
I just wanted to say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone.
All right, tell them the question, Michelle, without looking at it.
What type of real pumpkin, when you go to the pumpkin patch, do you buy? Like, what are you looking for? Like those new warty ones, do those carve okay? Or the other, like the regular orange? I saw a lady like scratch it off, then she gave it to her chickens and they dug through it.
Ooh.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, not everybody can scratch that stuff off and give it to their chickens.
Okay.
And I also think that I heard that there's some type of flammable material inside all those little things that grow all over the pumpkin. So you got to be careful. Have you heard of that?
That
Oliver?
I have not heard anything
Yeah,
like
well, it
that.
oozes.
But
If you poke it, if you gently poke it with like a needle, it oozes out, and you could be in big trouble.
that's
All right, so this is the feature table. Every Tuesday night on the show, you guys, we do 2 things that are most important. One, we give away a piece of glass every Tuesday night. The last piece we make is the giveaway, and we give it away on a raffle. You answer that question, something about what is the type of pumpkin that you like in the pumpkin patch. I don't want to like taint anyone's information, but I would say squashers are the best. So, but if you want to put that down, that's great, because it just kind of helps me out a little bit somehow. I don't know. But the second most important thing we do is we bring out a featured table, which is pretty sweet because we want you guys to have what's coming off the blowpipe here in the shop every week fresh. These are all freshy pumpkins for harvest season. Some real nice ones that are representative of what's going to be in our next 3 pumpkin shows that are coming up. But,
so. What 2 here are like your favorite?
Mine?
Yeah.
I think we got to bring in some studio audience. All right. So let's see what his are first.
Matt, Get up here and
this
talk,
is Matt,
man.
you guys. He's one of our amazing apprentices. Oliver is our other amazing apprentice on the camera. We'll just do this real quick.
Oh, man. That's me. I've been here the whole time.
That's Ollie. All right. So, which ones are your favorites? You get 2 favorites. That's it.
Off of this table,
Yep.
12 is my number 1 pick.
The Goldilockser?
It's super clean, classy.
It
Let's
is
get a good
pretty
look on
dang
that one.
classy.
White ribs, come on now.
That
Gold
is.
stem.
I mean, it's Cinderella style,
That gold
right?
stem is super even, too.
It's beautiful.
I mean, anybody takes one of these things and puts it on their dresser right next to their, like, I don't know, lamp
Yeah.
or their jewelry,
Put it
like
on the
holder.
band.
That thing right there elevates the whole mojo in the room. I'm telling you.
It's beautiful.
I mean, you might have a fairy godmother float in like a glowing ball, or is that the Wizard of Oz?
That's
It's something.
that is something.
They
I'm
could
pretty
float
sure
into your
it's-
room and tell you that you got the best pumpkin around.
I think that's Cinderella.
All right.
I really like number 8 as well.
Mm.
Super Van Gooey. Come on now.
Show that off a little bit. And that's got the blue core and the stem.
I love that. So that's number 8. I love that one. And that one's kind of a low boy, we call those. Every
It is.
So, Matt, he gave us number 12. Lucky I was helping him out. And he
Yeah.
gave us number 8, which is the squatty. It's not a squatty, it's a low boy, we call him. Van Gogh with the blue core in the stem, which is great. That's another beauty, number 8. For me, I don't know. I think the Perks over here with the traditional stem with a white core with the multi-32 rib action with white on it sounds kind of like a Ferrari. And this thing kind of does make me feel like it's a Ferrari.
It's very nice.
I mean, look at it. This thing, if this thing had to move, it would move fast. I'm telling you. It's a beaut. That's number 10, you guys. And then my next favorite, even though it's not my favorite color pattern, I think it's sweet. And a lot of people love this color pattern, but I love it because it's a squasher. And the squashers are the way to go, you guys. They are totally all about when they're in the patch and some little kid goes running through and kicks it over when it's a little infant pumpkin and it's leaning on its side, and then it just kind of starts bulging out and sits on an angle and looks all organic. And it's unbelievable creative growth process comes from some kid with loose feet kicking it over. Or maybe an animal of some kind, of deer maybe?
Maybe they were munching on its brother,
Yeah.
and they just kicked it on the way out. They said,
But
yeah.
these are all nice pieces, you guys. Number 3 is another highlighted one I really like with the black and orange. It's always getting, that kind of is nice to creep into Halloween style with the black and the orange.
Yeah.
So
We'll
and then
come
you-
back to the
yeah.
table in a little bit.
Sorry.
Let's
and
blow
we'll
some
talk
glass. I'm
about-
starting to dry off.
Yeah, we can't have that.
All right, so another drinking vessel. I got some ideas.
So what are you thinking for this one?
I think I want to do that tall pumpkin color style, like Pilsner glass.
All right.
And you could drink beer out of it, but I think it's more like a cider glass,
Yeah.
you know?
All right.
It just sounds so good, the cider glass.
I need to get some cider for my house.
Yeah, I love cider.
I need
with a
cider
little
in my
cinnamon.
house bad. Are we going to be doing any emerald green leaves or anything like that with this guy as well, or are we just going to...
God, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's Pumpkin Town. We're in Pumpkin Town.
We got to.
So we are doing some leaves,
It's
you
like
guys.
sacrilegious to not throw a leaf on there.
If there was some way we could keep the glass glowing this amazing orange, it would be so sweet, because that is a beautiful pumpkin orange. Look at that. But we know that 2,000 degree glass is going to turn into something that's not orange unless you add orange onto it.
That orange is only for us, Chris.
That's right.
That's just for the glass blowers.
I did have a project once that I wanted to try to create a perforated metal stainless steel frame, square box that had a burner inside of it that we could put a wad of glass in and keep it molten with fire that you could look at it and check it out on a pedestal.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You know, that'd be really sweet, you guys. But then like 800 other things came up and I didn't do it. But I do have a lot. Michelle would tell you for sure that I got a lot of ideas and they're always popping up. And I've been banned from talking about them in the jacuzzi because it's just too much information for her. She's just like, shut up, too much. But I got them coming all the time, you guys.
Sammy says some of the heavily sugared ones you showed lately have been so intensely colored.
Yeah,
The
the
heavily
Shuggies,
sugared ones.
we may do a
Those have
shug
been-
tonight. We should do them. We're going to have to pull out that brilliant yellow.
can do a little bit of sugar action with
Yeah,
it.
we should do a sugary one.
I can get that going right now.
Yeah, we could pull that out if you want. I could put a little shugs on this glass, which I've never put shugs on a cider pilsner.
We just did it for the first time. Was that last week? Week
A
before?
cider pilsner glass you did last week?
No, we
Oh.
did. We did shugs on the mug.
Oh. Was that me?
That was Jake and Joey.
No wonder I don't remember doing that. But I didn't do it.
Best, I've been running the camera, and when I looked over, you were bringing up that comment, and I saw it on the screen here. Did you? It came up on the screen here. Did that go up on the live video too, like that?
But I didn't know you guys could see it on your screen, which is even better.
Yeah, I actually could read it, which was really nice.
When I talk about comments, I'm just putting them up on the screen so you guys can see.
All right.
I've had a couple people ask me about switchers. Can you guys see it on the screen? I'm just gonna really not. My mic was not on, so let me try again. You guys have seen Switcher on the screen. That is the technology we are trying out today. If this is the technology we end up going with, that little logo of theirs will go away. It's just because we're doing a free trial tonight to see if this is something we like, something we're gonna stick with. So that will eventually go away, but that is why it says made with Switcher on the screen, just so you guys know. I know we've had a couple people asking about it. I'm working on getting that first piece that you guys made up on the website. I will let you guys know when that goes live as well.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Matt.
So I think we got a little bit of time to talk about it. Bess, are you liking the new software and all that?
Yeah, it's a change. There's a couple more things I think I would like to figure out. And if I could figure out those things, I think I would get, 5 out of 5 stars. I am liking it. The video quality on the updated camera is great on my end. Obviously, I want to know what you guys think as well.
Hello?
Dana says the video seems more crisp, so that's nice. Basically, we've got a brand new iPhone set up on a gimbal, which is kind of like, for those of you who don't know, a mobile kind of tripod to kind of keep everything steady. So the movement's going to be a little different. I know I mentioned that at the beginning, but your movement's going to feel a little bit
Oliver,
different.
how about
I'm actually controlling the zoom, and the guys are holding
Green
the camera. So it's kind of a little
Maurice.
teamwork.
Coming right up.
It's looking beautiful, Chris.
Thank you. Got some shuggy on there. We had a request from the old comment gallery, and we did it. We put some sugar on this. Now he's bringing me a green Maurice for the bottom. And then we're gonna add some decorative pumpkin leaves on there and a tasty gold pumpkin foot. Marble that before you go in, all off the pipe, so I get all the glass I can. Beautiful, perfect, thank you. Nice and hot, hot as you can get it. We want
All
that
right.
butter liquidy.
Get
Creamy.
it buttery.
Creamy, Oliver.
Real
Juicy.
buttery.
Listen, you're saying this now, Chris, but when we did Arts Beats and Eats, I know dang well that you said that glass is so creamy.
You got that recorded, pal?
I got a memory.
I think we need some proof here.
Exactly. Say.
Just so you guys know that stemless goblet you made is now live.
It's live. That's what we like to hear. Thank you,
I'm
Bess.
going right in the leaves, Chris, you said?
Oh, no. Not quite yet. I'm going to have you paddle this for me in a minute. I'm going to flash it once, and we're going to flatten that for the foot, but then we'll put the leaves on, alrighty?
All right.
Whew. So that pumpkin mug we just put, is that on there?
It is. That
Nice.
just went live.
Nice. So I'm thinking about how I want to attach the foot on, guys. Go ahead, Oliver, push hard. And I squash in this nice bottom, so because I want to put a pumpkin foot on it. So the bigger the Evolio, the better. All right, now how about some leaves? We're going to put 3 leaves on there, my friend.
All right.
Ooh, it's looking good. I want to do like a commercial. Does anyone want to help out? We could do a commercial. I can visualize it right now. As you guys have experienced, I'm a pretty good visualizer. And I can see it right now. We're coming around through the woods through a 2-track trailer with a couple Clydesdales pulling a hay ride. And there's a bunch of bales of hay with like a dozen people all laughing, having a good time, all holding Glass Academy pumpkin glasses, just having a jolly old time.
Sounds like an amazing commercial.
Until Freddy Krueger comes out. He's got his long arms and he gives a slash to one of the Clydesdales.
Jeez.
I won't go off
That
into
just
the
looked really sad.
I won't go into the whole story, you guys, but you can just imagine what kind of damage Freddy could do.
Sounds like a bad time.
Well, let's rewind it then. And they just kind of fade off into the distance of a field where there's a bonfire, and everybody gets out and just starts sitting around, and John Denver shows up with his guitar and he starts singing some amazing tunes, and that's that.
That sounds like a way better evening.
Yeah, Freddy got axed from the...
Yeah. Freddie got invited and he had a pumpkin mug too.
I tell you what, that was about right in my prime young kid days when Freddy Krueger maybe had nightmares for like 3 months. But he was walking down the alley and his arms were real long and he was scratching him on the pipes. Bad news. That was some scary stuff. Nope, I don't like scary movies. Not even this scary movie. It's just kind of too scary. All right, let's do it. Why don't you hit that just a little bit on an upward angle to stiffen it up a little bit for me? Just no other way, pointage. You got it. Little, nice and easy. Beautiful, take it. Okay. Straighten her up, heat her up, give her some love, get her creamy, and bring her down the line.
Creamy?
The day.
No, first one's buttery, second one's creamy, third one's real watery.
What about juicy?
Juicy, the third one's
Juicy.
juicy.
I'm gonna get this ripping hot, and then I'll take one quick pass on the Marver on the tip, and I'll bring it over to you.
Aye, aye, I don't even know if you need to. I think you just bring it on over. It's looking pretty darn good. You doctored it up like a doctor.
All right.
Bring it.
It's Chris's fractured fairy tales.
They're just little parts of all of them tied together. Right?
Pretty much.
It's like a book report or like some type of school paper you had to write where you read a whole bunch of stuff and then you regurgitate it the way you want. That's what I'm doing, guys. I'm just telling you the way it's coming out of my brain.
All right, I've got a question for you, Oliver and Matt. Nightmare Before Christmas was talked about in the comments a second ago. Halloween movie, Christmas movie, or both?
It's a year-round movie, for sure.
Fair, that's fair.
You got to repeat that for me. I couldn't hear you at the whole.
So Nightmare Before Christmas, the movie, if you've seen it.
Yes.
Halloween movie, Christmas movie, or both?
That's a both. It's the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Correct. I think it's kind of like once the fall season hits all the way up into spring, like it's my winter comfort movie.
Well, mine's definitely Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
That's a good one.
When the penguin puts one foot in front of the other,
Yeah.
and soon he was walking out the door.
I always liked The Year Without a Santa Claus with Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Yeah, and what's the other guy's name?
We're
What
doing
was
three
his
more.
name? The guy who would throw his pickup in the air and it'd spin around and he'd hit the ground and be like, Cornelius.
Something.
John Denver?
He was Yukon Cornelius.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
He'd be like, he'd taste his ice pick end and then thinking there was gold in it, and he'd look at everybody and go, nut, shucks.
We're doing 3 more leaves.
No, we're just gonna do a nice, beautiful iris gold foot.
Iris Goldfoot.
We're going for a pumpkin foot on this thing. I'm gonna try to do the scalloped one. But the trick to the scalloped one, guys, is to flatten thing out, squash it down with the tweezers, and get the right number of pinches just by eye. I think we're pulling some cane tonight, you guys, too, which is going to be sweet. So maybe after this one, we'll pull some cane. We'll look at the table one more time, and then we'll pull some cane. This is that dark, transparent kind of burnt orange. You don't see it again for obvious reasons, but it's got the brilliant candy shooks on there. Okay, here comes Oliver with his foot gather. I think one coat of iris is going to be good. Keeping it nice and round in there. All right, get her hot.
Get it juicy.
I'm gonna get it creamy.
Peanut butter is creamy, brother.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't flow at all. Okay, it's looking good. And don't be going too far away from me because you're gonna be just working on the, over here, you're over there, yep, you got it. Oh, God, I love it when they go on like that.
Creamy.
Look at that. Right out of the British baking show. On, Oliver. Press harder.
I'm gonna tell you guys why I'm here. We can stand farther back, not for a overhead shot, but best can see.
Off. Come on, right? We're in the middle of the piece.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Trying to concentrate on the piece and you're telling us what to do. It's very hard to do.
Matt's just filming. You guys can talk.
Listen to the new plan is hard to do. We're trying to do something nice and straight and tight.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas.
So is that why we're calling movie because it takes place during Christmas?
If it takes place during Christmas, it's a Christmas movie.
I don't know if that's how that works, though.
You're gonna have to trust me that I just told you that's how it works.
I'll have to watch the movie and get back to you.
My favorite Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way.
Never seen that one either.
That's a great one.
I haven't seen a lot of movies. That's what I'm learning here. Pammy says it's tough for her to imagine
You can bring me a punny
Christmas.
on a small punny. That's too big for this piece.
Oh man.
Just shit can it. Lutz, you got that pipe too hot, my friend.
I guess that would be weird to think about. In Australia, Christmas is in the summer, so that's how it is for Pammy.
Yeah, they're in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
So we're going for the punty now, guys. We got that nice looking foot on there. Little pumpkin style foot on the bottom out of iris. Making sure that we keep the top of the piece real hot. I asked Oliver to bring me a smaller punty because the foot's really indented on the bottom and we don't want to put a punty on there that would fill that whole thing in because it would never come off with that small ovolio on there on the bottom, the transition point. So this one works way better. Look at that. And he brings it like a professional too. It's looking tight.
And safe. I'll take that.
We're gonna put an iris lip wrap on this.
All right.
All right, so it's looking like she's right on center. Getting this puppy heated up. Don't really know if I need to trim the top or not, but I'm gonna assess it when I come out and it's hot. But I may need to pull it out a little bit just to get a little bit more height on it.
Coming behind you, Chris. Are you gonna pluck and trim or?
Yes, I am, and so you can put another coat on there if you want of iris.
Okay.
So I did notice that the top of this was a little thicker than I wanted, so I'm gonna definitely tweeze it out, thin it out. At that time, Oliver will be ready with this tasty lip wrap.
I'm gonna get it watery. That's the plan.
Juicy.
What'd you say? Yeah, the shugs.
The hole is hot today. It is not messing around.
All right, ready when you are. But you gotta be ready.
Coming now.
That's some real finesse right there, Chris.
So in the e-news this week, we had a question that went out asking his favorite pumpkin style, by far the top answer was the sugared ones.
Nice. I like it. I do like the shugs a lot. I did a big run of those last week. It was a lot of fun.
They're fun to make.
Yeah, they are. So I'm thinking about the form of this, making sure that it's a nice, comfortable looking cider pilsner. Nice.
Look at that guy.
He's looking good. Woo!
Yeah, she's pretty.
Those leaves turned out super nice on there.
Yeah, I like how they come off a little bit. All right, so I need a GA stamp for this puppy.
All right.
Then we're gonna give it a nice reduction and bring out all the bling bling.
After this one, I'm gonna do some housekeeping while you cool down for a second.
Yep. Also, and I'll get ready for the cane.
Perfect.
The cane pull. We're gonna have to prepare for that.
I'm impressed that you're in pants, Oliver, because I would be dying.
It was an accident. I thought it was gonna be cold today. I'm dying.
Well, there you go.
It's been cold for the past week. I didn't realize we were getting into a hot spell.
Yeah, in the first week of October, it's kind of weird.
Well, I remember last year around Thanksgiving, it was like 80 degrees up.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind it because I played a round of golf, which was great.
I think last year, so my birthday's the beginning of November, and we always usually have snow by my birthday. And I think last year was the first year that there wasn't any snow.
All right. Here she is, guys. She's still moving a little bit, but we got some nice iridescence on here. That's going to get you the old special peekaroo in front of the blue cloth. Good.
Your grandma says she thinks maybe you just didn't do laundry, Oliver.
I did the laundry. Yay. Getting that torched up nice. Everybody watch
It's
your
a
eyes.
beautiful little glass right there. You know what would be great drinking out of it? My favorite fall drink. I get apple cider and I pour a little bit of butterscotch schnapps in it to kind of make like a caramel apple drink.
Very nice.
All right.
Good going, Chris.
Thank you. All right, guys. Well, that was a wrap on that tasty second glass. Now we got some housekeeping going on over here where we get ready to set up to pull some cane, which you're going to have to really stretch out some areas, probably maybe do it right here, and it's going to be a blast. So it's all you, Bess.
All right, Matt, we're gonna do some housekeeping real quick. So, what are you doing? You gotta look at me. Hey, there we go.
I don't know what housekeeping means.
Housekeeping means we go over the winners of contests and we go over a couple of different items. So, we've got two winners for this week. We have our $25 e-news gift certificate winner, and then we've also got our blue twist cup winner from last week. And then we're going to go over a couple events we have coming up this month. So, our question, I know I mentioned it earlier, for our e-news gift card. Got a lot of pages here, bear with me. So the question for the e-news gift card was, what is your favorite pumpkin style and what is your favorite pumpkin color? We've had a lot of people say they like the sugared ones the best. We've had a couple votes for Van Gogh as well. And the winner of tonight's gift card said that their favorite is a purple squasher, which is very specific and I love it. So our $25 e-news gift card goes to Ann Scheel. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Oliver, did you rig this?
I rigged this for you, Grandma.
You didn't rig it.
Made that happen.
Donna spins the wheel. But there we go. So Ann Scheel, you're going to get an email from Donna with your gift card code. So congratulations. Next up, our question for last week, which I accidentally read at the beginning of the show, was what features could we add to our pumpkin gnome this year that would make it unique and extra special? We had a lot of people give some really fun and creative answers. We had somebody say that we should add a black cat. We had somebody say that we could add a little top hat and a pipe, that he should have a staff or robe. He could have ski poles with sunglasses on. That'd be fun. He's kind of more wintry though, I guess. Somebody said they should have a witch's hat on or in a trick-or-treat bag. Our winner said add a black cat or something like that, maybe a small slug or snail at the feet. So, congratulations to Wendy McInnes. You win our beautiful twist cup. Oliver, if you could grab that and show that off for us.
I can.
Oliver's gonna model that for us. Our beautiful, wonderful twist cup, nice and big, will hold a nice icy drink of something.
This will hold a lot of liquid in it.
It will, it's a very good size.
This is like 150 ouncer right here.
That's a lot of ounces.
That's how many it is.
It probably is not that many, but that's a lot of ounces.
You doubt, Bess.
It's
bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Like a Mary Poppins bag?
Yeah.
Perfect. So congratulations to Wendy. You are going to get an email from Donna on how to kind of pay for that $15 shipping, and you'll get that shipped right over to you. Couple different items to go over this Saturday, so the 8th, and then also Saturday the 7th, and then Sunday the 8th. We have our wonderful, amazing, beautiful pumpkin festival out in Ann Arbor. So I will be out there. I know that Jake will be out there blowing some glass as well. I don't know who else is going to be out there.
Pretty sure I'm out there.
Oliver says he's out there. So it's a fantastic time for you guys to come out and see our signature pumpkins. You guys can see what other one and done pumpkins we have that we've been kind of stocking up on throughout the year. It's going to be a really fun time, so come out and see us there. You can find more information about that on our website, or we can kind of post something in the chat as well when I get to it in just a second. Matt, can you show off our signature pumpkins?
They will take you Thursday.
So these will be officially launched on Thursday in the e-news. But take a look at how beautiful that stained glass pattern is there. Michelle's gonna hand model for us. Very nice. So we've got that in a lot of different styles, but that is our official signature pumpkin of the year. So that will go live officially in our e-news on Thursday, but we will have those out in Ann Arbor. And then the weekend after this coming one, so the 14th and the 15th, we have coming up our in-house Pumpkin Fest here at the Glass Academy. So it's all hands on deck. You can come out and kind of see everybody that you've been watching virtual here in the actual building. Oliver, you're going to be at our Pumpkin Fest here as well.
Oh yeah. You can't
All right.
have a pumpkin fest without the guy with orange hair.
I guess that is true. So everybody's going to be here. Again, we're going to have the signature pumpkins. We're going to have a lot of one and dones as well. So I'm going to let you go ahead and get back to Chris.
All right. Chris has got his gather. We had a little powwow while Bess was giving all the information away, giving away all of our trade secrets.
And we decided we're not pulling cane. It's too hot to pull cane, you guys. It's just a hot spot. We're gonna have just make some more pumpkin drinkware. It is drinkware night, not cane night, so I got my way.
This is what Chris wanted all along.
Well, it's just super hot, and you know, you pull cane, it's really tough to pull cane. If we're gonna pull cane, we want to do 2 or 3 pulls on a show and really show you guys the nuts and bolts of pulling cane. Just to throw a cane pulling in between a couple really fancy cups, it's a little bit awkward. So this is working out great, and this is gonna be a sweet piece. I got another idea for another type of a stemware, and I'm thinking this is gonna be something for some of that witch's brew.
Witch's brew.
You know that witch's brew? It's like a mulled wine, and some people warm it up, but you don't want to do it warm in this glass. But it's going to be a mulled harvest season wine glass. It's going to have a real earthy look to it, and it's going to have some leaves on it as well. But this one, I got a really cool pattern on the surface of a couple different layers of sweet oranges. It's going to be nice. A kind of a chubby top, something you can really keep in your hand and feel comfy with.
Something you hold palm up.
Yeah, comfy.
Yeah, good comfy glass with nice comfy drink.
Did this inspiration maybe come from your rediscovered water glass?
What is a rediscovered water glass?
Well, he didn't have a water glass. And while you were dispelling information, I saw him run to go get some water.
It's
and
a
that's
nice
exactly
set.
that's exactly what you put in my head is that shape. Yeah.
That is quite the water glass.
Once you start drinking out of it, you guys,
It's hard to stop.
you can't stop. I mean, the other day I saw Matt literally drink a full gallon of water, you guys. And he just rested
One
the
go.
pipe on his stomach and was just walking around and was sitting there because he was so full of water.
It'd be like that.
It is one of those things. It's like if you were, think about if you were like at the gym and you were sweating in the sauna for 8 hours straight. You just can't drink enough water. Your body can't absorb it quick enough. That's what it's like here, guys. When you're blowing glass all day, your body can't absorb it quick enough, so you gotta pace yourself, otherwise your stomach will explode.
That's the truth.
You know?
Drinking too much water is not a good feeling.
It can hurt. Blow.
I remember at just like Arts Beats and Eats how much water the two of us drank
Good. God,
during
we
that
drank-
weekend.
We drank so much water. It was
It
a
was
joke.
like we'd do a piece every hour, and then in between every piece, we would have like 4 bottles of water.
And we were drinking water the whole time we were making them. It was like
Yeah.
90 something out.
Like I was playing the assistant, so I was where Matt's sitting right now, and I just had like 6 water bottles lined up in front of me.
I was like thinking he brought some over for me, and I looked over there and they were all
They're
empty.
all for
Blow.
me.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Give it some goodness. Keep going.
The
Keep going.
cider
Go, baby.
Pilsner glass is now live available
Good.
on the
We'll
website.
do it one more time.
Very nice.
Because we are going for that comfy glass, Matt. This one here is just going to be like,
It's gonna sit right in between your fingers.
Yep.
It's gonna nest there.
Blow. Beautiful. All right, Matt, how about some green leaves?
Pammy says your glass is not a glass, that's a bucket for water.
This?
No, what you're drinking out of.
Oh, yeah, of
That's a
course.
bucket
Well, I
for
mean,
water.
It's a
you guys, I
bucket for
can't be
water.
running back in there every time, but I just filled it up literally a couple minutes ago. There's nothing left but ice. It tastes so good. It's kind of like just ecstasy when you're slamming it and the cold water's going down your throat. You're just like, ooh, ooh. It just feels so good.
hydration.
How'd you know the exact perfect amount to get me, Matt?
Well,
Tell everybody.
I kind of guesstimated based on the size of that glass there.
Exactly. That's really important, you guys, for your assistant to be thinking ahead with you in the proportions of the glass. Nothing's worse than take it nice and easy. You want it nice and slow so it cools off a little. Nothing's worse when your assistant brings you a leaf the size of your pinky nail and then a leaf the size of like a book. And you're like, what just happened? And this guy brought me something perfect. Probably get 2 off of that. Just 1 more probably off that one, and then you have to gather another one up, Matt.
Yep.
I did some really nice harvest season wedding goblets out at the festival this year for a few different people. And they're tight. I love harvest weddings, man. That's just the goods, man. You got pumpkins on the tables. You got leaves on the tables. We had a lady come out, a good friend of ours, who's a silent watcher. That's how she described herself. I'm a silent gathering point watcher. But she took a whole bag of leaves from the festival home with her and then coated them with wax and brought them back. And that meant that we could put them all over the booth, and they were totally great. They wouldn't rot. They didn't smell, even though I love the smell of fall leaves. But it was just like it made them more like you could display them inside. And I thought it was a great idea. So you could do that on your harvest table, right next to your baked beans or your... What would it be
nice,
like?
Honestly, right next to some baked beans.
Right next to some baked beans, and then maybe your green beans with dried onions and cream of mushroom soup in there.
You know what? When we were having our dinner powwow, Jake asked me, "Did you make any good food?" And I told him what I made. I forgot to give credit to Kayla, my wife. She made the most amazing green bean casserole this past weekend, and she made so much of it.
It's easy to make.
It's all gone.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
It's all gone.
Good. You can turn the rest of this one into a stem for me if you get it hot enough.
You got it.
Oh boy, that's tasty looking. And that's a beautiful size stem. I think you're just going to get it screaming. We can put it on right as soon as I come out.
You got it.
Now it's about finessing this stem so it's finessed, you guys. It's how it goes down.
You guys know that cider pilsner glass sold?
Nice.
Very nice.
Gentle for a second. Well, I don't know. Did that other one sell? Because if it didn't, I know someone who wants one. That was hot, man. Everything's hot tonight. I'm gonna do a little deal, so give me a sec.
You got a little dealio planned?
Yeah.
Wow. The doubler?
I was looking so even and crispy. You're really stretching that guy out.
Oh, this is one of those ones that has to be comfy
gotta.
and tall. It's gotta be itself. Well, now you can stick that pipe away if you want, Matt, and we're going to turn this into a flat of oleo.
Are you gonna want a
Did
footing
we bring
tool?
a footing tool home?
Right here.
Yeah, stick that puppy up. I'm gonna take a very light paddle on this until I say ram jam it. I don't want it any thinner up here. So I puff a little air on it. Ram jammer, push. Nice. Beautiful. All right. Let's put an iris foot on this.
Yes, sir.
Every time I say iris, I think of like the soap, you know? Iris Spring.
Springs.
You remember Irish Spring?
It's still around.
How's the whistle go? No, that was Leave It to Beaver. I can't remember how Irish like.
I think you're thinking of
Irish
like
Spring.
the Old Spice whistle.
Oh, maybe. See, it is all getting mixed up in my head. I told you, a big old giant book report coming out.
When's the
Irish Spring,
autobiography coming, Chris?
What?
When's the autobiography coming?
That's gonna be a big one. I'm gonna have to be out of town to do that. Time to go out of town. Right.
Oliver, has somebody read off Robin's comment to you yet?
No.
Robin says, "Did you just say hi to White?"
Okay, for the people watching,
that got
Kayla
Iris
is
on it already?
technically
Yeah.
my
Alright, so I'm gonna be ready to
fiance.
get
It's
it
just
from you?
one schmack. You want another one?
But fiance is such a big
Nah.
word. There's so many
Alright.
syllables
Just,
in it.
Kind of
and then I
hold
have to
it
answer the
slightly
question
downward
of
and
when's
spin
the
it
wedding.
slow, so that
And
it
I
doesn't
don't
go
know.
flat. You can bring
So
it out
I
and
just
do it.
started saying my wife,
Listen, it's easing
Okay.
itself down, beautiful.
but it drives
Looking
my
good.
family,
You
and I
let it
think
fall
it
out a
drives
little
my
bit?
in-laws nuts.
Okay, good.
Makes sense.
Got it. That was a rough one, but I got her, guys. I squeezed the living heck out of her. Lightly, very light, so I can angle it out. Beautiful.
Jeez, man. Dropping paddles.
And that's nothing like getting us nervous.
Take a look at that thing.
Dave Worth says, now I'm thinking of Freddy Krueger as the Irish Spring guy.
I'm telling you, that jingle's gonna come back to me. I know it.
On Friday.
So I'll be able to tell everybody about it on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, there were some fast fingers by Dave on that cider.
All right. Matt's got the
Congrats,
punty.
Dave, for snagging
Everything's
that.
looking like it's the perfect temperature.
The 3-leaf pumpkin mug made earlier is still available, so you guys can get that, snag that on the website, as well as still some items left on the table.
Oh yeah.
All right. You taking a lip wrap on that guy, you think?
I'm thinking a green lip wrap might look nice.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure. Tie him with those leaves a little bit. I'm gonna put an iris rosetta on her too.
Ooh.
That'll be nice.
You want lip wrap or Rosetta first?
I think lip wrap.
Lip
Last
wrap.
thing, we'll put that rosetta on at the end.
Okay.
Little decorative dealio.
You want your lip wrap first?
Yep. It would be cool to do a mini little spiral of a pumpkin deal around the stem. You know?
That would be super cool.
Do we have a tiny thin rod to wrap it around?
Yeah.
A little one?
Well, it's not that short, but it's very small in diameter.
I saw one over on the shelf over there when I was putting all the molds away. A really cool little one.
I'll grab you a couple things, see what you like.
Ready? Now that was buttery.
You like that?
I hope you guys appreciate that camera angle I just got because I was squatting on the floor.
What?
Right inside that top left container of the thing, on the top left section, there's a flat piece of steel with a long, thin rod welded onto the end of it. Like a 1-inch wide piece going long, like a handle almost. I just slid it in there. That's the one. You got one, that small one might be right. That one, see if the one he's got smaller than that smallest one you have, diameter-wise.
Diameter?
And give me a paddle on this at the same time. On. I'm gonna try to get this guy to go down a little bit. But I kind of like that shape.
This one's a little bit smaller.
Let's take that one then. You set that on my bench.
All right, it's going right next to your jacks.
And Matt, you're gonna gather up a little optical gather. Using gravity here, guys.
You want this mold?
Sure.
Fuck.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, look at that.
Doesn't need to be too big, Matt.
Make it 18 golf balls.
There's Iris.
No, 2 smacks or 1?
2 smacks would be good. So you're going to be wrapping it and cutting it, right?
Okay.
Let me take a flash. So you go into the mold now, but kind of make sure it's off, comes off. You don't push the pipe down in there. There you go. Beautiful. And then when you come out, give it a little, a slight swing just to get it to come out a little bit.
I'm gonna flip these shoes
Yep,
around
give him
for
those.
him.
Give him those, take those. You're sticking it on right there first. On the count of 3, stick it on right there. Yep.
In here?
No, right there. On that, yep. Lift up, twist, gentle, twist. Okay, wrap, wrap. Come on, keep going. Keep going. All right, cut it.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
All right.
I'll hang on to those for you. Come in front of you, Chris, just so I can get a good view of that guy.
We got one more to wrap and it's looking good.
Behind you?
Yep. Probably just gonna work the whole thing a little bit quicker so it's a little hotter, you know what I mean?
You got it. I wasn't sure kind of what the deal was.
Yeah, we know how it's going now though. I'm plenty hot, so I'm not going back in for another flash. I'm moving real good. He's got his shears on the bench, or you got him to hand to him?
I'm I'm gonna come right behind
Dave
you over
says,
your
Chris,
shoulder.
you're on fire, making some really awesome pieces tonight.
All right. Oh, looking good, looking good. Give it a little swing so it comes off the pipe when you come out. Give them those. Okay, you're sticking it right there. Take a twist. Twist, 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 twist. Wrap. All you can give me. Keep going. Nice. Good.
Man.
How about one more?
All right.
You thinking three's the magic number, just like the leaves?
Yep, in between each one of the leaves.
You want to name it?
Matt, when you come out of the mold, pass it on the marver before you flash it to get it to be a cylinder because, you know what I mean? You want it to be able to have a better connection when we connect it onto that spot. And I'll actually lift the piece up like this so you can get in there a little better, okay?
All right.
And if you hold it up, I'll stick it on, and then we'll go from there. You can twist it and cut it, okay? And pull.
All right.
Go for it. Marver it into a cylinder, take it right down. Heat it up real good for a second. Okay. Got the shears? Give him the shears. He's got
I got
them.
it.
Just set them down. You don't know good you carrying them around with you. Come on. Twist, twist, twist. We're happy. Good.
Man. Good bits, man.
Yeah. Straighten itself out pretty good. There you go, guys. Check that pumpkin beauty out.
Look at those cute curly cues.
I like it.
My guy looks really nice.
All right, we need a GA stamper. Don't think we got room for anything else on there, guys.
Where are you gonna put the GA stamp?
Right up there in between the leaves. In its own little tiny nook. Little feller. So I got to get her straightened up now. She's a little bit off. Make sure she's nice and straight, and then we're going to give it the reduction. That glory hole is screaming. It's really hot. It's all right, though. You don't have to be in there long. All right, so we're going to do a reduction mat, a not too heavy of a one, and then I'm going to show everybody up against the blue carpet, the magic carpet.
And we'll get this guy
A little
home.
bit less. There you go. Oh boy. She's looking pretty fancy, folks. Here we go.
Matt, say something nice about this guy.
That was very, very wordy. Thank you.
That thing's tasty. Buttery, some would say.
Butter oozing all over this thing.
You know when you go to the movies?
Yes, hello. The nice thing about this is it's telling me 20
Man.
Look at that punny.
Carrie says super bling bling.
Yeah, the super bling bling on that guy. The foot plus all the stems.
Everybody's
thing is
liking
blinging.
that one.
Pyramid's cool.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
Very nice,
All
guys.
right.
Great job.
It's always good luck to give the old high five afterwards, guys. If you don't give the high five, you don't know what could happen. Can we get a little swig of my Delio?
Exactly.
And there's a whole gallon of water gone.
Oh. My stomach wasn't nearly the size that it is right now until I drank all those gallons of water earlier.
It's just the gallons of water.
Yep, that's it. All
Yeah.
right, well, should we go over to the table real quick?
Take it to the table one more time and
Real
then
quick. I mean, we do want everybody to know that we love glass blowing. We don't love showing you the table because we want to blow glass. But I'm going to show you guys one more time. And it looks like there are a few of them missing.
A couple of them are missing. This is still my favorite that's left up here, this little squatty guy.
Number 6, the squasher.
Squasher.
Yep, and you got Micro Top over here, number 1. I just nicknamed him that Micro Top
Okay.
because
With
he's
the
got
short
the
stems?
Yep, he's got the micro up here, which
Oh, it is little.
yeah, this pretty much means that this guy is just a little old guy.
It's my
That's it.
favorite color, so I like it. I'm biased.
Yep, and I don't know, maybe if the nutrition didn't get in there to the pumpkin itself, or it could have like some crazy like jumbo seeds inside of it. You never know.
Could be a magic pumpkin.
How many of you guys go for the pumpkin seeds and you roast them up and you put
Oh,
them
yeah.
in garlic and grind it up in the mortar and pestle and put all the garlic juices and stuff in there and maybe a little Lowry seasoning salt?
I've never done garlic. I'm gonna have to try that.
Oh,
I
God,
just
the
do
garlic.
salt.
It's good. And I can't believe
Yeah, straight up
nobody
salt.
picked up the Ferrari.
Somebody picked up number 8 though.
They did.
Well, let's see. Maybe we'll see if it works. Matt, could you do me a favor? Could you describe to these folks about what you love about the Ferrari?
The Ferrari
Not just
pump.
sound effects this
Okay.
time.
Is your mic on?
Let's see.
His mic was on
It's
at some
on.
point
It was
because
on.
I heard him drinking water in it.
Yeah.
Oh, gulping.
Great. All right. So, look at this ribbage here. The tight ribbage along with the white outliers. Look at that.
Let me zoom in on there real quick. That looks
And it's the
very
perfect.
nice.
This ribbage is playing cribbage. And it's got a nice white core on the inside with the iris. Look at the stuff around there. The iridization
The iridization.
with the crispy GA stamp. Come on now.
Yeah,
Pay the
that's a-
respect.
That's a beaut, man. And I can hear the engine roaring right now. But then you know, I kind of feel like somebody got neglected. Somebody was in the back corner of the playground with nobody playing with them, and it was this one, you guys.
You're not gonna say that about number 5. Not my favorite. out of
Nobody
this
talked
bunch.
about number 5, this poor little guy. Look at him, Jake.
Jake,
Aw.
say
He
something
was
nice
hiding
about
behind,
number 5
he
right
was hiding
now.
behind the monkey bars.
That's a classic.
I know.
I like it a lot.
Well, we want to give it. Look at it. It's got its green little Goldilocks. It's got a beautiful. It's a mini gourd, and maybe that's why. Maybe the gourds are kind of pushed off to the side a little bit. You know.
Because they're a little different.
But I heard
That's
they
all.
can kick the ball really far.
Look at how
So-
it's a nice
gorgeous.
bell bottom on it.
It looks great. I love this thing. It's beautiful. So number 5, you guys don't
Don't sleep.
Don't hate on number 5. He's a cutie. And then number 3, Mr. Halloween, that's it. But you guys, if you're gonna win the giveaway, which we're getting close to working on that right now, you gotta tell us in e-news at glassacademy.com what's your favorite real pumpkin to carve and what style do you like? And I will tell you mine. I like the Frankies. And the Frankies are the tall, long ones. I like working on those because you just get more room for detail. I mean, once in a while I'll do the Chubs, but I like the Frankies for sure. So put that in there and send it to us, and you'll be in the drawing next week to win what we're making right now. And with no further ado, let's get ready to do the giveaway.
Let's do a giveaway.
Bess.
Oh, yeah.
You want to tell me about your favorite pumpkin real quick? We'll stay for a little bit longer on the table.
Before
while
you
they
do
plan.
that, though, let me just say one thing. This is an important service announcement. Let's go Red Wings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, if we're giving sports shout outs, the Phillies are in playoffs starting tonight, game 1.
Talking about Philadelphia?
Yeah, baseball.
Baseball?
Yeah. It's not hockey season for me yet. Baseball's still going.
Still, Tigers. Let's go Tigers. But whatever.
I went to a Tigers game last week.
You did?
Mickey's second to last game. All right, my favorites.
So I know you said you really like number 1, but
One's my
I
favorite
wanted to
color.
get.
This one though really is one of my favorites though. I really am biased for the squashers.
Okay.
It's just a little crooked, so it's very organic. Even would look great with this guy right next to him.
Yeah. I always like the squashers because to me, like, I always just like imagine a little face
Mike's
like
off.
right here on this side of it, and it's always like just a little guy looking upward.
I do like that. This one's got those cool Van Gogh swirls in them too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that they're transparent and opaque.
Yes, I do like the difference. And look at the little swirl on his little butt.
Yeah.
He's a cutie. My real favorite pumpkin to carve, like I said, kind of depends on what I'm carving. Last time I carved a pumpkin, it's been a couple of years actually, but I did this one pattern where basically you cut out this big opening except for this cat, so it looked like a cat was kind of sitting on a windowsill. And then I cut out stars from the pieces that a big cutout of the pumpkin, and I inserted them with toothpicks.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a reverse carving.
Yeah.
I left the pieces that I liked.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I'm a cat person.
There we go.
Yeah. But I mean, I do love number 10. I do love a classic clear number 12 as well. I think they might be ready for you, so I'm going to stop rambling.
All right, I'll turn around. I'll see what these guys got planned. This is the giveaway piece, or are we doing one more?
This is the giveaway, and we got a tasty idea.
Okay.
You guys aren't going to know what it is until you know what it is.
That includes me.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to be guessing. Harvest turkey.
Interesting. Well, isn't that you're supposed to like stuff a turkey in a pumpkin and cook it? With a can
that's
of
how you do
Budweiser in it?
Yeah.
In the gullet?
You put the Budweiser in the turkey, then you
Right.
put the turkey in the pumpkin.
Right.
Pumpkin in the oven.
Exactly. On
And-
broil.
And the green grass grows all around, all around.
Dun, 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 dun. What's going on over there, Jake?
I was going to talk about our new class.
Oh, do it.
All right. Hello, folks.
We're coming around.
This is us, Bess and I. The audio's great. I know that the camera quality is great with our new tech. We're learning, but we want to showcase a couple of these new close-ups of these sweet honeys. This is going to be a brand new class starting up, I believe it's October 18th, folks.
I love that one.
Check that out. A couple of these are made by Glass Academy employees. Specifically this one made by Abby. Now these could be filled with dirt, or they more potentially could be for air plants. And these air plants are pretty wild because Chris and Michelle brought them back from Florida from their marketing trip about a week ago. Well, it's going to be a brand new class. We got the colors picked out. We got the styles and shapes. We just today got them professionally photographed so we can get them on the website and open up the class to people. So if you got questions about that, holler at us.
Did you say end of October? That's like the planned rollout right now, or
Mid-end.
mid-end?
As I blind Jake with my flashlight. One thing I did, like, so I did try one of these out. This is a fine. I feel like you're introducing now. One of my favorite things was that I tried out a lot of different skills I haven't gotten to do with the other classes yet. So even if you've taken a bunch of classes, it's something, one, brand new, you get a brand new item. Two, there is a lot of different things that you're trying out with this that you haven't done with those other classes.
And the last thing I'll say is we'll never give you a class that's not cool, fresh, with new tools like that. It's the purpose of us designing a new class so the people that are on our Clipper loyalty program situation can come back and get something fresh and new and work their way to a free class. I believe it's take 5, get to 6. Yep, you got it. If you're not already a part of that, that's that. It's for our local customers and our non-locals. We love you all, and back to the action.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, what's going on over here? We got Matt doing something. We got Chris doing something. Is it a harvest carrot?
Yes, he's lucky you guys got Oliver on your side over there, because I feel like he's gonna figure it out.
Is it? Did I actually get it, or?
Yeah, that's the one. You can bring that right to me, and I'll doctor up and flash that for me.
There's a lot of ribbage going on here.
Ribbage, that's that game I was talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's called. When you go to Pumpkin Town, we're dropping it on like a foot, but I don't have any shears, so I'll use this.
It's harvest zucchini.
You're all right now.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks. Oh, I see what's going on here. You're gonna turn this into the Holy Grail from Monty Python.
Do we not know what's being made right now?
No, no one.
Giveaway.
Only Chris and Matt know what's going
So
on.
a surprise giveaway.
Well, this is our chance to guess.
Oh, okay.
So we already got turkey, carrot, zucchini,
Oh,
Holy
People are
Grail
probably
from Monty
guessing on
Python.
mine, too.
they haven't yet. So if you guys want to figure out what Chris is making for the giveaway, go ahead and throw your guess in the comments because I have not a clue.
That's. People in the comments,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
take a
help
little
me out.
Claire
I can't be
Maurice
the only
off
one
that.
guessing.
If you got any.
At first,
You
it kind
marked
of
her
looked like
already?
a tiny little mini baby pumpkinette on the end of it,
Okay.
It does a
but
little.
the stem is way too big for a
It's
pumpkinette.
a gigundous stem pumpkin, right?
Yeah. Teeny tiny pumpkin, ginormous stem. That was Matt and I did. You came in that day, Chris, when Matt and I did a production day of the Pumpkinettes.
Yeah.
And the ongoing intrusive thought that I was fighting that entire day was like, I just want to do like a hollow pumpkin stem on one of these Pumpkinettes.
It's a different style.
I know.
This is a different style of a stem where you do it completely different, maybe.
Just do a completely different operation. What do you guys think that is?
Look at the finesse.
Very nice, guys. I don't know what it is yet, but it's
Another,
very
one of
nice,
those
I'm
round
sure.
bottom bits. Anybody know what musical group named the Soggy Bottom Boys, what movie they played in? And if you know, Oliver, don't say. I said anyone
clue.
but Oliver.
I don't have a single clue.
You don't?
Not a clue.
The Soggy Bottom Boys?
The Soggy Bottom Boys. It sounds like something out of SpongeBob.
It was in a really great movie, you guys. If you know what movie the Soggy Bottom Boys played in. Yep, one of these. So go ahead and gather me up one of those.
In the comments say, "Oh brother, where art thou?"
Yes, that's it. What a great movie. I love that movie, you guys. The soundtrack's amazing.
We also had a couple people guess that you're making a mini pumpkin mushroom or a bell pepper.
I'd love to be
A
using
mini
one of these.
pumpkin mushroom.
That's cool.
Just so you guys know, the pumpkin mug that was made at the beginning of the show, as well as the pumpkin goblet, are still available. They are on the As Seen on the Gathering Point show piece of our website. Shipping is always included in those, because we can't weigh them when they're a couple hundred degrees. I know we had a couple people mention that they were having some audio issues, so they didn't get to hear me and Jake. So whenever you get a chance, if you could just show these off again real quick, it'd be cool.
I will do that.
Yeah, we'll do it in the show closer.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Drop.
Pammy says, was the song title "I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow"?
All right, how about a couple of some green bits? She says what?
Was the song title "I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow"?
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. That is the song.
From the
That's
Soggy
song
Bottom
from-
Boys?
Yeah.
That sounds like a really intense.
Well, if you haven't watched Oh Brother Wall Art Thou, you should watch it.
I have not. I don't think I have.
It's a good movie. Yeah, one smeg's fine. Heat that up. We'll put another one on her.
Okay, so I think I do know what is being made here, but I'm gonna keep it a secret. I want to see if someone in the comments knows what this is. I think I do.
Okay, get that hot. Are we ready? Yep.
So I do have the giveaway question up on the screen one more time for you guys as you're watching the giveaway piece
I'll use
being
that for
made.
the other ones in the bottom.
So it says, what is your favorite type of pumpkin to carve? Do you like the squatty guys? Do you like the tall guys? Do you like the round guys? What do you like to carve in your pumpkins? You can enter at enews@glassacademy.com to win whatever this mystery thing is that Chris is making, because it looks like it's going to fly away at this
Big
point. It
again,
just
man.
grew
I'm
some
trying
wings.
to make them small and it's getting big. Yeah.
Everyone is now guessing a sunflower or some sort of flower.
I don't think it's a sunflower.
Come on.
Now it's kind of turning into a very nature-themed, tiny, small barbell for a child.
Next, real quick.
It's the Fisher-Price Forest dumbbells, what you were telling me,
It
Bess.
looks like a Fisher-Price Forest dumbbell. I mean, am I totally wrong right now, Oliver?
No, you're not.
I need a
You're not totally wrong
Clear
right now.
But at
bit.
some point, I will be wrong.
But at
Like the
some
size of
point in
my-
time,
pinky, or size of my pinky, about like that big. We'll marve it out. We'll put a line down
Peter
the middle,
on
like a
YouTube says
handle. We're gonna
hello.
Put it
Hello,
on there,
Peter.
run it from here to
I saw
here.
you said hello at
Oh.
the beginning of the show too, so we appreciate you sticking around for the whole show. Carrie says it looks like a fan if you just spin it really fast.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
create that airflow.
It's like that one you get at the depot that goes to your back porch.
There we go.
Put a couple wings on there, Chris, and it could be a plane.
Dana
You got
says
it,
the golden
tweezers?
snitch.
For just to put that line.
Golden
I'll pitch the
snitch.
line in
That's
here,
a
it's
good
okay.
guess.
It's definitely snitchy.
Nice and long. All right, bring her on over.
But if you haven't already, go ahead and send in your answer
the way
to
it
the
goes, like
giveaway
this, like
question
that,
to
right?
enews@glassacademy.com, and you may win whatever this fan propeller golden snitch forest dumbbell flower could be.
Yeah. Just like that.
Now I'm totally lost. I have not a clue now. Is it some sort of forest creature? It's growing limbs.
It could be the Yuletide deer or something of the sort. Try to get one good angle on it here coming up for you guys.
The pumpkin goblet just sold, so that one is no longer available. So the only item left from tonight is the pumpkin mug that is still available.
What could this be?
William
right.
is going with a back massager.
Take a small gather.
Could be a.
Of
I will
green,
say
we'll take clear over it.
what this
So a small
actually
gather
is
like that big with green.
could
Let it cool, then gather
technically
over,
be used
clear
as a back
iris.
massager.
I think it sounds
back
like that's a
scratcher,
pretty
back
good guess.
massager.
A back scratcher for sure. I mean, if I was going to use it and I could like get it around behind my back, I'd definitely do one of these moves.
Got a couple people thinking it's the handle of a sword.
What? That's
That's-
a great guess because that's what it is.
All right, a pumpkin sword.
But it's not a sword; it's a little dagger.
Oh, a pumpkin
A
dagger.
friendly little
It's a tool.
harvest ceremonial dagger.
It's to carve the golden pumpkin.
That's right. It's to slay the pumpkin monster.
Yes.
The headless pumpkin monster.
Oh boy.
Every pumpkin patch has them.
Does the headless pumpkin monster show up when we go into overtime in 1 minute? Is that how we
That's
have
when
to
he
slay him?
comes.
Okay.
That's right, but this is going to be done pretty quick. Nah, go for it, go. So you guessed it, it's a dagger, guys, and this is the blade I'm putting on now. I'm gonna have Matt bring it over, and I'm gonna prepare it. It's all right.
We're going iris. Some iris.
Some iris good.
Matt's.
To press that this is not a Fisher Price Forest dumbbell.
I don't think the rest of this is a Fisher Price. I think you're right, Bass. But it did look like it there for a little bit.
Oliver, you thought this was a carrot, bro.
Heat that up. Nice and
I
deep.
think carrot's a lot better guess than my initial guess of turkey.
That looks good. We don't need it too hot. Bring it on. Don't dump it yet. A dumper.
It's the giveaway.
Steady. Lift up. Stop.
Feel free to walk around the that's not
Yeah.
Man.
So I gotta let this thing cool off on the top part of the blade, guys. Just enough that I could get in there and heat the bottom of this. It's really difficult when they're long like this. Got no air, so we do need to blow on this with a puffer. How about that, Matt? Give a little puff on the stem. With the blade, I should say. Spinning. All right. Looking pretty good, guys. Look at that.
That guy looks. That guy could slay the headless pumpkin monster.
Every once in a while, you got to do a crazy giveaway, guys. Another puff down. Cooling that solid blade, letting everything else stay hot, guys. Good. We'll do that one more time, and I think we'll be ready to put her away. Well, we're gonna do a reduction. We gotta put a stamper. Grab me a stamp.
Says, OMG, I need this. Marianne, if you need this, go ahead and enter our giveaway. You're going to email enews@glassacademy.com and you're going to answer the question, what is your favorite real type of pumpkin to carve? What style do you like? Maybe what even do you like to carve in your pumpkin? That is how you can possibly win this wonderful, beautiful, not a forest barbell, but a pumpkin dagger to slay the headless pumpkin king, according to Chris.
Just stay kind of far away right there and just keep doing that, and I'll spin it. Beautiful. All right, you guys, I'm going to show you. We're going to reduce it. The only thing gold on it is only the whole blade with a green core and the handle. So here we go. It's going to get buck wild, and then we're going to put it away. The GA stamp's in there. Someone's going to win this tasty piece.
Out of that glory hole.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the new camera picks that up a little better.
Look at that guy.
Man.
So the whole thing's stiffening up. I'm going to come over here and show you guys. Even put a blood groove in it in case that pumpkin juice came out.
That looks awesome.
So we're gonna put this right into the oven, guys. I might even just put it in and we can knock it in there, Matt. Might be safer. I'm not worried about torching the bottom. I think that punny you made is beautiful. It's gonna come off real nice. We got some water. You get that door for me.
So you guys have noticed
Right
that with our
side.
new camera, Oliver can follow all the way to the annealer.
I can actually follow
So
you
everybody's
guys
getting a nice
all the
view of
way
that
back.
right now. He thought he had cords at first, and then I had to
came
remind
off
him he
like
could walk.
butter.
There we go.
Woo!
Good job, guys.
That's what happens when they turn us loose.
They're up close for
Somebody
the very
gets a
first time.
tasty piece, guys. That was really nice. Now we're coming back over here. That was an amazing evening, but I think we're going to talk a little bit about a few more, I can't remember what they're called, but important issues. Housekeeping. Yeah, so
I know we're in overtime. I'll keep it brief real quick. Just want to hit the classes one more time. Guys,
Beautiful
take a
new
look at
item.
these. These are our new hanging plant holder. And this is going to be a class that we're going to be debuting to the public pretty
Coming
darn
live
soon.
Mid-October, so mid this month. The guys did a
Um,
fantastic job with Michelle kind of brainstorming this and working out all the kinks on it.
Yeah, we've been playing around with it. It's a whole new host of tools and using them in different ways that no student's been able to come in here and do before. So
Never before.
Never
it's been
before.
pretty sweet, and it makes for a great piece. Hang them up and put your air plants in them.
Absolutely. What events do we have coming up, Oliver? We have this weekend, Jake, what?
We're in Ann
Nothing. I was going to
Arbor.
let you explain the events and
Oh,
maybe
okay,
say something else. I don't know.
We're in Ann Arbor this
We're
coming
in Ann Arbor
weekend.
this weekend. So the 7th and 8th, Saturday and Sunday, we are out in Ann Arbor. We have our pumpkin festival out there.
It's going to be crazy.
I know Jake's going to be out there. I'm going to be out there. Oliver, our token redhead, because he said we can't have a pumpkin
It's
fest
not a
without
pumpkin
redhead.
fest without the orange-haired guy showing
So
up.
Oliver's going to be
Guess
there.
that's the way it works.
Apparently, I just learned this. In 2 weekends, so not this weekend, but the next, 14th and 15th, we have our Pumpkin Fest here in-house at the Glass Academy.
Regular hours. Pumpkins will be set up on Thursday and Friday, but we're going to have blankets over the tables, and you're not going to be able to buy them because, like we mentioned before, we have separated the pumpkins, favorites, and favorites, a little bit for each of the shows. We're going to have a limited amount on each show, and that's the way it works. You come in first thing on Saturday. I actually was just looking at the list of the places we're going to be on TV, and we're going to be on like 10 different spots in the next 2
cool,
weeks.
very
So it's
exciting.
going to be popping, it's going to be popular. We're going to be talking about the live feed. And when is that one? Our big virtual show?
17th.
The 17th. $7 ticket. We're going to start it live at 6 o'clock. It's probably going to go much into overtime. We're at least playing until 9 o'clock. But we're going to have a table of 75 pumpkins. We're
That's awesome.
limiting the amount.
Means I have to take a lot of photos coming up, don't I?
A lot of pictures.
A lot of pictures.
Did you guys talk about the signature pumpkin at all?
We showed it off just for a second. If you want to kind of go
You
back
want
to it
to
and
take
wrap
a little
up.
sneak peek again?
I'm going to wait and I'll talk
All
about
right.
it on the anneal reveal, folks, because we've got them all picked out. I'll have a beautiful display of them for you. They turned out incredible. We got them photographed for the website.
They officially launch in the e-news on Thursday, so it's a great day to talk about them.
They launch on Thursday. We'll talk about it on the anneal
Choking,
That's a lot of words for you saying, I want that annealer reveal sunshine. You want the sun on those pumpkins.
Yes, that's exactly right. We need that daylight sun. It's going to be super tasty, and we'll reveal where that donation spot's going to be going at that time as well.
Very cool.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. I hope you
Thanks.
guys had a blast. I could hear these guys having a good time over here, and we will talk to you on Thursday, 3 o'clock.
Sounds good. I'm going to go run and hit the end credits button out.
Hope you guys like the new tech.